Hello and welcome. This is the beautiful game, and the Champions League group phase has gone halfway.
Yep.
Four games played.
Yeah.
So it's just halfway. 8 games, total games, and at least we're starting to get an understanding of what the table will look like at the end of it. Yeah. But the special one is the sacked one, El Saquito. You can't be calling Mourinho.
It's not looking special.
It's not special. 4 matches, 4 losses in the Champions League.
Come on, man. That shocked me.
So we're giving him how long before his next sacking? Because Mourinho now is like he's making his most money.
It's like a matter of days. That's if you don't sack him in the morning.
He's looking.
And that's if he's not already sacked.
He's looking like Mourinho will soon be a billionaire as per sack compensation.
Whenever he's just signing a contract, you know that, hey, I'm not spending more than 2 months at this club.
Yo, that's a flex.
Just pay me.
That's a flex.
Pay me and sack me.
El Saquito.
I mean,
of course, Benfica again losing again.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's bad. They lost to Leverkusen, by the way, and their former player, that's talking about Grimaldo, he went back to the Stadium of Light. I mean, he has decent players. To be honest, it's not as if
they shouldn't be so bad.
No, they don't have bad players. Pavlidis was on form last season. Kebaki was signed from Sevilla. Sudakov, one of the best players in the Ukrainian Premier League from Shakhtar. I don't know, maybe it's a Mourinho thing. I don't know, but they played well. They hit the bar twice. But you can't be having Nicolas Otamendi in big 2025.
3 bar, 1 goal. One more bar would have given them 1 goal. Okay, let's take a look at some of the results that are quite interesting. This one was a shocker. How does Pafos get a 1-0 result against Villarreal? Villarreal didn't even score.
I mean, and Villarreal, you know, they're also good even in the La Liga. But then for Pafos, I mean, they against Kayat Almaty last time out, they got a red card, I think, for the 4th minute, and they were still able to hold on for a 0-0 draw. But they showed that this is the beauty of the league phase. This is what I love about the league phase. You can play anybody, and you can beat anybody,
and anything can happen.
Yes, you can Benfica, right?
Yes, but this. Of course, for us was quite the very, very big one, and that's talking about Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen with that particular.
He's the man.
With that man. Okay, we'll get to Barcelona, but of course, a hat trick.
Yeah,
1 goal, 2 penalties. Victor Osimhen, great guy, man.
Absolutely great.
Leading the goal scoring charts now in the Champions League.
I was watching the game, with some of my friends yesterday, and I actually just kicked Osimhen and just went down for some seconds, and everybody just paused like, hey, what's going on? Hey, stand up, we need you. You know, you get, and it's going to be very, very vital for the Super Eagles. But let's talk about the man himself. 3 goals as a player. I think he is now the highest scoring Nigerian in the UEFA competitions. He has 25 goals, surpassing Bafemi Martins. First Galatasaray player to score back-to-back in back-to-back Champions League games.
3 man of the match straight back-to-back.
Yes, after Yakubu is the second Nigerian to score a hat-trick in the Champions League. I mean, you can't
plaudits.
I mean,
well
look
deserved.
at that man behind Mike. I just want to let me spend some seconds on this man right there. They will soon be foes by November 13. Nigeria up against Gabon. That is Mario Lemina right there, and they are friends now in the Galatasaray team. But when it comes to the World Cup playoffs, it's
not going to be easy. Just very soon, Just 1 more week of just the weekend they play the games, and of course we'll go back to camp.
Gabon, yes,
we'll go back to camp. All right, okay. Let's take a look at other scores now. This was for many people the match of the night.
Yes,
of course,
absolutely a dramatic game.
Club Brugge 3, Barcelona 3. It could have been Club Brugge 4 against Barcelona 3.
Absolutely, and that's where some fans are even already criticizing the Premier League again, because it was a Premier League referee, and that for me, that was a wrong call, because Chesney was trying to dilly-dally with the ball, and the guy slid in, got the ball clean. He got the ball really clean. That's talking about Vermont. He puts it in the back of the net, but then VAR called it back and said, no.
Talking about that, I would want to, while we look at this other result, I would want to see that goal, especially that Lamine Yamal goal. I don't know if we have it somewhere here while we're checking it out. That goal was something else.
I mean,
it was.
You can't take it away from.
It was the movement. It was not just.
It's hard.
It was not just.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that Lamine is 18. It's really hard to believe, and you can say it deserves everything. Look at that. No.
Look at that.
It's the assist. It's the assist. That was Fermin. I think that was Fermin Lopez.
Come on.
No, you just have to give it to.
What's this?
It makes football look so easy.
What's this? Dan Born, of course, with this goal also.
Beautiful header.
And they said it was the curve on the header.
The ball looked like it was going wide.
It was the curve.
It was going wide, and they got a win up against Bilbao. Lazar Samazic here coming up clutch for Atalanta. I mean, Atalanta, you know what happened with Ademola Lookman and his manager. But then on the pitch, they got that goal up against Marseille. Also in that game too, it was Nigeria against Gabon, Lookman against Aubameyang. But this one, Look at
Phil
Foden.
Foden. Should this one have been nominated for goal of the day?
Yeah, but the way
Should that have been
the first
goal of
touch
the day?
and then the R2, like we call it, on the streets as well. So I think it was a good finish.
It was a good finish, yeah.
They're already comparing him to Kopama and Saka again. He's back with 2 goals, but please, we should simmer down.
Okay, they should calm, man.
They should calm down.
They should chill. They should chill.
Because he might just go again and won't hear anything about Phil Foden, but he gets the pass.
He gets the pass. Okay. With all those, let's take a look at the table now. How it looks at the moment after 4 match days. This is what the table looks like.
Yes.
Of course, Bayern Munich right there on top. They have 12 points. The interesting thing is that the 2 teams at the top are meeting in the next round.
They are meeting in the next round, and trust me, it is about Bayern Munich. You're someone who's always mentioning that it's time that Vincent Kompany gets his flowers. I think it is.
No, I'm not me. I don't know
you. Okay, I don't always against it.
I'm not convinced yet on Vincent Kompany. Not yet.
He passed his biggest test.
Not
you
yet.
called it the biggest test, and he passed.
Not yet. PSG were not at full strength.
Come on, there was a Dembele who was injured. There was Hakimi. There were the players that negotiated the champions.
Dembele came there with half leg, Jare. There was no Due.
No, but you have to give it to him. Look at Diaz. Look at Liverpool fans must still be kicking themselves now.
I don't know how that happened. How did that happen?
Why did you sell Luis Diaz? And yes, maybe the foul for me. For me, I think it was a professional foul. But because it came from behind, it caught the player.
Came from behind, it was impact and that should have an additional ban.
Just like you said, I think Bayern Munich, they'll be going into that game against Arsenal thinking of how to get a shot on targets, because it's not even about scoring Arsenal now. It's about getting a shot on target.
They will get a shot on target. I think Bayern Munich will score.
They will, but I think it's going to be hard too.
I think Bayern Munich will score.
Stadium,
but if Arsenal,
this team,
if Bayern Munich don't score against Arsenal, I'm gonna give Arsenal the league. Forget it. If Bayern Munich don't score, because that is the most rampant, the most attacking team, the most prolific team in Europe. If they don't score against Arsenal, forget it. Arsenal, they
are short. So it's up to Michael Olise and Harry Kane to do something against that
Inter Milan
defense.
All right, Inter Milan, Manchester City, PSG, Newcastle, Real Madrid, Liverpool. Now, this is the one that surprised a lot of people. Liverpool with a 1-0 win against Real Madrid. Shocking match for me.
Absolutely shocking. And I mean,
I didn't expect them to be that good.
Yeah, looking at the form. And
that's Liverpool's best match this season.
Just like you said, look at Thibaut Courtois was the man of the match. He was making 7 saves in 50.
That should have been like 4-0.
It should have been. It should have been. And aside maybe Carreras, I don't think anybody stepped up to play for Real Madrid. Mbappe was maybe anonymous, and Vinicius was still in the pockets of Conor Bradley over there. And a good performance by Liverpool midfield. And we were saying something just before we started this one that maybe it's that time Florian Wirtz stays on the left wing, because looking at that midfield when they are on form,
they give their best. I mean, if you have a Szoboszlai, McAllister, and of course Ryan Gravenberch, young player of the year, McAllister, when he's on form, that's I mean, World Cup winning player, and then Szoboszlai can play anywhere on the pitch. He can play as 2 or play strong, energetic midfield. They can hold. They will help give a support to that centre back pairing, that centre back pairing of Van Dijk and Konate, who are not for me at their best. So that's the best way. Vets in that particular midfield will draw them back. I feel like if there's a vet with a kind of a double pivot of players of Caicedo ilk, then that's where a vet can work.
It can really shine. Because exactly that will win the ball.
That win the ball just behind them. They let him do his own.
He's not the one that should be
running around. Yes, leave him on that left wing.
Yeah, and still on the table, Mike. Let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mickey van der Ven scoring a potential Puskas goal. It reminds you of the Heung-min goal, in the Premier League.
Definitely.
Yes, was in a Burnley when he ran from his own half. But this one as a defender, running all the length of the field and scoring like a striker. I think it's a good goal for Mickey van der Ven.
It was a sweet goal. Yeah. It was a sweet goal. Still talking about that. Okay. Let's see this. Let me just get back to this particular point.
Yeah.
Still talking about all of that. Now let's see how the bottom of the table will look like. Of course, let's just focus on the bottom of the table now and see the teams that will probably be going down.
So many teams in unfamiliar positions, and starting from Juventus, who are now also having the best of seasons, and also we spoke about Benfica, who are second to bottom. I mean, I think Benfica, I don't think they will make it out of here, even though it's still not looking that bad, but it is bad. And look at Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, Union Saint-Gilloise, who started a bit very well. Athletic Club, who have not been impressive since they go back to the Champions League.
Villarreal should not be here.
Villarreal should not be there. Even Marseille should not be there. Even Napoli, where they are, they shouldn't be there. But then I think it's going to
shape up.
But for Ajax and Benfica, they need to sit up or they are going home. 4 wins, not even a draw. It's bad.
It's bad. Right, that's it. Look at the Champions League, of course, Matchday 4 wrap. We'll see you in our next video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of this. Yeah,
always give us your support. We appreciate it so far.
Thank you so
we're
much.
still going to appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
See you in our next video.